If you've been quoted $12, $25, even $50,000 for all-on-4 dental implants just like these, and you're wondering why the price is all over the place, I'm going to tell you why in this video. And this is probably going to end up saving you thousands of dollars and a lot of headache. Because the truth is, when it comes to pricing for things like these, all-on-4 implants, most people are comparing the price without actually understanding what they're getting. And with full arch implants, it's very dangerous because cheaper is not always the same product, and expensive doesn't mean better either. The reality is it's somewhere in the middle, as with most things. And in this video, I'm going to break down exactly what all-on-4, all-on-X dental implants cost here in Southwest Michigan, what should be included and what most clinics don't tell you, and how to make sure that you're choosing the right place. Not just the lowest price, okay? Or the highest price either, thinking that that is the best. So let's start with the numbers, because everyone wants to know and not many videos cover this. At our office specifically, we charge approximately $19,000 for dental implants, all-on-4. And if you're doing both arches, that means top and bottom, full set of teeth, it's $38,000 total. Now you may be thinking, okay, I've seen cheaper and I've definitely seen more expensive. And that's exactly the point, because the number itself doesn't really mean anything unless you understand what you're getting. So what actually goes into that price? What is actually included? First is the number of implants, okay? All-on-4, just like this model here, 4 implants, is just a concept. Some offices place 4 implants, some 5, some place 6 for added strength and longevity. The number of implants placed is on a case-by-case basis. Sometimes all that's needed is 4, sometimes you need 6. More doesn't always mean better. You need function, stability, and longevity in your treatment plan. And it's all dependent on your bone and the teeth spacing. Second, what procedures are included in that price? A lot of offices are going to quote you a base price, but then they're going to add extractions, bone grafting, sedation, the 5th and the 6th implant, and your temporary teeth that you heal with. And that all gets added later. So that $15,000 quote sounds amazing on their website, but it suddenly becomes a $25,000 quote very quickly. And you're probably like, damn it, I knew that was probably too good to be true. Or you go to a factory that all they do is all-on-X, whether in the US or abroad, and any issues arise, well, you're out of luck. At our office, we're very clear and upfront about what's included, because honestly, patients hate surprises, and so do I. And that's why we try to provide one price, simpler, you know where you're getting, there's no surprises, what you're getting as a package, but most importantly, what support you're going to receive after and in the coming years, because that's very, very important. And then third is sedation. This is a big one, by the way. Patients don't think about it until the day of surgery. Are you getting oral sedation? Are you getting IV, general anesthesia, no sedation? There's a massive difference in comfort and experience depending on the sedation, and it can change the cost significantly. Some offices don't talk about this at all. And then let's talk about something even more important than the procedure: the teeth that you're actually getting, because this is where the biggest differences usually are. Your temporary teeth, something like this, the ones that you leave with on the same day, how are they made? Are they just modified dentures with like huge holes on the inside and then they're like relined and screwed in? Or are they digitally designed and 3D printed and customized to your face and your gums? Because those are two entirely completely different experiences, both in how they look, how they function, and how you heal. Also, if you've ever have any issues with the temporaries, the traditional ones, it's a nightmare modifying those. At our office, they're digitally designed, 3D printed, and customized to your face. And if anything happens to your temporaries, like these, we can easily 3D print another ready to insert. And then your final teeth, going back to this model. How are they made? High quality zirconia with a titanium bar, like this for reinforcement, which is natural looking, very strong. They look like real teeth, and they're very durable. Or are they made out of acrylic, basically a denture material? There's a huge difference in price just for that. This alone is one of the biggest drivers of cost between offices. Again, some offices do not mention this. Sure, you'll get teeth, but what kind of teeth? Next, the implant system itself. Not all implants are the same. Now, this doesn't mean cheaper implants always fail, but when you're investing in something, you want it to last a lifetime, hopefully. And you want the tried and true tested brands, right? Another thing almost no one talks about: who is actually doing your case? Is it one doctor, like myself, for example, handling everything from start to finish? Or are you being passed around like a hot potato between multiple providers, specialists, labs, offices? Because every handoff, honestly, is going to increase the chance of miscommunication, delays, mistakes. It's generally a pain. If you're spending this much money, why wouldn't you want to deal with one solid team that can do it all from start to finish? And that's why at our office, everything is done in-house, digitally planned, and built around your final result. not just placing implants and winging and figuring out all the other stuff later. You want a better experience, you want better outcomes, you want fewer appointments. Now let's talk about the long term. What happens if you need something later down the road? Because this is a reality. Is there a warranty? Any warranty? Are follow-ups included? Or are you going to be billed for every single visit? These are questions that you need to ask, and they matter way more than just the initial price. Because what you're really investing in is not just teeth, it's your life, it's your enjoyment, it's your ability to eat, smile, and just live every day with a peace of mind. So when you see different prices like across Michigan, across the US, or even abroad, it's not random. You're looking at differences in material like I talked about, technology, appointments, implant system, experience, so much. There's so much included in that. And what's actually included in the price. And here's my honest advice. Don't choose based on the price alone. The number is never going to show you the entire picture. If an office can clearly explain everything, what you're getting, what it costs, what happens in the long term, how they're going to take care of you, that's usually a good sign and you're in the right place. If you're considering All-on-X, All-on-4 dental implants, and you want a transparent, no obligation consultation, we offer complimentary consults where we walk you through your exact case and your treatment options. No surprises, no hidden fees. Like I said, I don't like surprises. We're going to go over everything. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe because we're going to be breaking down even more dental topics. I'll see you soon.